Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Deceit. If this is your first time on my channel, you should click the subscribe button. It's around here, okay? Why should you click the subscribe button? Because I put out amazing content and it's totally for free. Hello. So quickly to the topic for today, we'll be talking about impotency, and I'll be saying 5 things about impotency, and they'll be basically with respect to social, legal, and biblical implications. Number 1, we need to destigmatize impotency. We need to destigmatize impotency. Number 2 to 4 would explain why I'm saying we need to destigmatize impotency. Impotency shouldn't be such a big deal. If somebody says impotent, for the record, I'll be talking about impotency when I will be discussing it with regards to marriage in pre-marital, as an antecedent to marriage, something that happened before marriage or something that happened right before consummation. As time goes on, I would explain. For a working definition, impotency with regards to a man in this instance would be someone who cannot have penile vaginal intercourse. Now, why impotency should be stigmatized? Because it's something that usually happens after the fact for a lot of men. Now, people who are diabetic, among a myriad of other reasons, a lot of people can just develop issues and become impotent. Some of your presidents right now are impotent, but we don't know. Now, if you destigmatize impotency for the regular person, and a man can openly say that he's impotent, it won't be such an issue and it won't be something we have to hide. People can literally do other things with their lives. Number 2 is, if you are impotent and it is something that you are still hiding, please do not get into a relationship at all. Don't get into a relationship that has implications to develop into a sexual kind with expectations. Now, that's number 2. You understand by number 3. Why I'm saying this number 2 is because a lot of times people do it to keep up appearances. Every point I'm making in this video is built on the first, it's like a staircase point system. If we destigmatize impotency, people will not feel like they need to get into relationships to keep up with their appearances. They will not need to drag people and use them as beards as some people do, or use them to just... It's unfair, totally unfair. If you decide to get into a relationship, which is number 3, if you decide to get into a relationship, please, let the other party be aware that you are physically incapable of having sexual intercourse. Now, this is not a big deal at this point. I'm not going to waste more time. The point I really want to emphasize on is point 5, that talks about legal and biblical implications. Now, let the other party be involved. Whatever arrangement you want to have is valid. Number 4 now is, do not, even if you decide to get into a relationship, do not propose to the other person. Let the other person propose to you. The reason why I'm saying do not propose to the other party is because I've seen a lot of situations that people don't disclose throughout the relationship. The girl thinks, oh, I found an amazing Christian brother or a religious brother, a brother that understands my decision to wait. This is not me saying that brothers do not usually suggest waiting. Now, for a lot of people that are involved in waiting to marriage, now don't propose, because a lot of times when you're about to propose to her, you now tell her, oh, I have this problem and let me talk to you about the problem. After you started a relationship with her for quite a number of years, you now propose, you now say, oh, this is the problem. I'm talking about people who delay in notifying the other party of their problem. You put that person under, it now becomes like, oh, are you materialistic, or are you, it's like somebody saying, oh, all this while you thought I was a prince, but guess what, I'm not a prince. You now put the person under the pressure to create some impression that they are good people, in quotes, so they have to stay with you. Can you manage me with this, my problem? Don't date in the first place. If you're going to date, tell the person from the scratch and let it be. Not that you now drag it, you now say you want to marry, you now start telling the person at the point of proposal that you have this problem and you expect that person to love you the way you are. Number 5, you did not follow any of 1 to 4 and you decided to get married to somebody and you didn't tell them that you were impotent till wedding night. Brother is looking at sister, sister is looking at brother, guy is looking at girl, what's happening, what's going on, nobody knows. There's perfect silence. And I try to explain to her, whether it was by accident or natural occurrences or by virtue of a disease, I just want to put it to you that you're wicked. I know that the world is all kinds of people who are impotent. Biblically, this thing is not hard. Check Matthew 19. I don't like when people try to use the Bible as a means of oppression. No. I've seen people who got into marriages, wait till to marriage, after the talk, they will get married. Now entered marriage, now discovered that the brother all along knew that he was not able to function in that regard, and you now expect her to stay. I want to put it to you that the brother has violated a simple rule. You're not going to, he's already given to you as a ministry. Not to marry. Now, I know that a lot of people get married with the idea of we're going to fake it. Like, they believe that, oh, without telling the sister, oh, he's going to fake it, that once he marries, he's going to prompt God to do something. Don't be prompting God like that. Prompt God outside of the marriage. You know, in point 4, I said you can get into a relationship or don't propose. Maybe a key factor before you propose should be God making you wake up in the morning and you have a full erection for almost an hour that you have to worship Jesus. That's a good sign that, oh, it looks as if things are working now. Don't come and tamper with somebody's life and get into a relationship with her, propose to her, they get married and you say you're fitting it together. You now want to be dragging Obolomo along with you. That's wrong. Now, this particular 5B is the legal implications of your actions. Now, I want to correct something. A lot of people will say, oh, you can always divorce. No, the word in this particular instance is not divorce. It will be divorce if we, under Nigerian law now, for my non-Nigerian viewers, you can check what your law provides, but Nigerian law, Matrimonial Causes Act, Section 15 talks about the grounds for divorce, not particularly the grounds for divorce, or facts or circumstances that can be used to support divorce. Ground for divorce is irreconcilable differences. One of them is willful and persistent refusal to consummate. Consummate means the first act of intercourse after marriage. Now, that's not your case. Your case is not a willingness matter that you now say, okay, grounds for divorce. This is an inability to consummate. This falls under Section 5. Now, Section 5 talks about where somebody is unable to. It describes the marriage as a voidable marriage because at the instance of the party that is at the receiving end of the scam or the problem, the court can declare the marriage void. Legally, biblically, socially, I don't want anybody to be in a marriage somewhere thinking that they're a bad person if they leave somebody that is important. I know that the world does not revolve around sex. Marriage is more than sex. Those conversations should be had when this was not a problem that was an antecedent to marriage. It was a problem that was after the fact to marriage. It was a problem that came up in life. Like a lot of people develop diabetes at some point. That's a different conversation entirely. I'm going to go over all my points again. Number 1, let's destigmatize impotency. That's why a lot of people lie and they drag people along in these problems. It's not a do or die affair. You don't have to keep up appearances. You can become anything you want to become. It even helps with no distractions. You're undistracted, man. Number 2, don't get into a relationship to keep up appearances. Number 3, if you do get into a relationship, tell them, let them know. Number 4, if you still don't tell them, don't propose without letting them know. Don't, and preferably don't propose. Let the other person be the one to suggest marriage if you decided to take my advice in number 3. And number 5, you can always get out of the marriage biblically and legally. Biblically and legally. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to leave a comment. Why should you leave a comment, really? Let me tell you why you should leave a comment. I did not want to shoot this video. I was really dragging about it. But as I was dragging, 2 comments came in from the same person today while she was watching my video. And I know her, and her comments lifted my spirit. Literally, I feel better. I know that, oh, what I'm doing matters in the scope of things. So please leave a comment. Let me know what you think. I get a lot of private replies. No problem, that's fine. But also like some public replies where everybody can learn from you. Thank you very much for watching. I love you. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to leave a comment. Bye.